It's a patriotic time here in the United States, and why not have a blue piece of cotton candy? And don't get a small one, get a big one. Absolutely, young man. Good for you. As we welcome you to Mariner Baseball here on a beautiful night, albeit a little bit cloudy here for Major League Baseball, as Andrew Moore takes the field, leads the Mariners out. They get ready to take on the Kansas City Royals, maybe the hottest team in baseball right now. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand. Good to be back, Mike, from the arduous road trip to Los Angeles to face the Angels.
The 3 days.
Take a look at the Kansas City batting order for tonight.
They are 10th in hitting and 14th in runs scored this year. Really had some struggles offensively. Lorenzo Cain will hit third in the lineup. He leads the team with 15 stolen bases. Mike Moustakas hitting sixth in the lineup, leads the team with 22 home runs. A good year for him. And Alex Gordon has really struggled this year. He will round out the 9 for Kansas City. Andrew Moore, you can see what he did in his last outing against the Tigers. Really pitched well, didn't walk anybody, had 4 strikeouts. Again, fastball command will be critical for him. His fastball sit right around 91 miles an hour. He will use a slider, curve, and changeup. And a look at the defense for the Mariners. Dyson, the former Royal, will be in center field. Gene Segura's really played well at shortstop. And Mike Zunino will do the catching over the next few days. The Royals with 40 stolen bases. They've only been caught 8 times.
We are ready for action. Andrew Moore beating Detroit in his first start back on June 22nd. He's going to face a Kansas City team that since June 1st is 17-1 when it scores 4 or more runs, averaging just under 6 runs per ball game. Whit Merrifield's going to lead it off, the right fielder. Patriotic theme indeed all weekend. I think some of the guys we saw yesterday had on the all blue socks. I prefer that, but that's just my own fashion preference. But Merrifield, strike one to him. Merrifield at 286, 6 homers and 31 runs batted in. Fly ball hit well deep to right into the corner. That is a fair ball. Haniger digs it out and gets it in to Robbie Cano. A leadoff double with Merrifield, his 15th double of the season, and Kansas City threatening already.
A pretty good pitch on the outside corner, belt high. We'll see where it lands. Clearly a fair ball.
Merrifield leadoff double. Bring up switch hitter, second baseman Ramon Torres. And first pitch swinging, sends one to the former Royal, Gerard Dyson. A lot of hugs and hellos, and here's Merrifield testing the arm, and he's in there safely. And that throw off line by a wide margin. So a runner at third with 1 out.
Looks like mechanically he did a lot of things right. He's going to get behind it, so yeah, he's in good shape right there. He has a strong throwing arm. It was just wide. I think it tailed on him a little bit.
So Merrifield is at third. Dyson playing against his former team. Here's Lorenzo Cain. Yeah, he's first pitch swinging. Cain got up to 272 start in April, fell off to 245 in May, but he's picked it up since then. 8 home runs in the last month and change.
Segura and Cano both playing back in the middle of the diamond.
Home plate umpire today, Sam Holbrook. Greg Gibson at first, Jim Wolf at second, DJ Rayburn at third. Kansas City coming in off a 6-2 win at home against the Twins, taking 3 of 4 in that series. Didn't get the call there. 2-1. Here's Ned Yost, manager of the Kansas City Royals. 8th year, 2015 World Champions, 2014 American League Champions. Here's Dyson. Make that Haniger, cuts in front, double clutch, and that throw is way high, airmailed it. Run scores, 1-0 Kansas City. Sac fly Cain, RBI number 28. So in a blink, it's 1-0.
I think with Haniger, he's calling it. He has a strong throwing arm, and then he's going to double clutch. Doesn't get rid of it right away, and that's when he throws over Mike's head.
So here's Eric Hosmer. And one of the reasons why Kansas City got up to a 7-16 start in April. This young man, one of their better hitters over the years here. 225 out of the gate. He too has picked it up in a big way. 367 in May. They're doing a lot of damage going opposite field. He didn't like that call. 1-1. And he goes opposite field again. Then Gamble will get it back in.
We showed the numbers. Now a 10-game hitting streak for him. That's a pretty good pitch. It's at the knees on the outside corner. He lines it into left field with some authority.
There's Salvi Perez, all-star catcher once again. Starter, 4-time Gold Glover, Silver Slugger winner last year. Good to have the new UW basketball coach, old buddy Mike Hopkins, in the house here tonight throughout the ceremonial first pitch.
Perez having a good year. 290 average, 16 home runs, 51 RBIs for him.
You look at their numbers over the last 30 games. It's been crazy. Sal's hitting at 360 with 5 homers during that stretch. 2-0. High pop. Easy play for Gamble. Makes the play, and that'll do it. Kansas City gets on the board. 1-0 lead. Glad you're with us here at Safeco Field. Kennedy taking the mound, 32 years old, out of Huntington Beach, California. He's a USC Trojan. First round pick of the Yankees back in 2006 in his 11th year in the big leagues.
And for the Mariners offensively, they are 4th in hitting, 5th in runs scored. Gene Scurry going to lead things off, and then it's Ben Gamble. Ben Gamble leading the American League in hitting with a .336 batting average. Robinson Cano 2nd in RBIs with 60 in the American League. And then a look at the defense. Lorenzo Cain in center field. Escobar, very good shortstop. And Salvador Perez, one of the best in the business behind the plate. This will be his 5th All-Star appearance. For Kennedy on the year, high ERA, 2-6 record, 4.72 ERA. Pretty good fastball in the low 90s. Wants to get to his slider and changeup. And he hasn't given up too many hits this year. Opponent's hitting just .204 against him. But he has given up 16 home runs.
Gene Segura coming off a 4 for 5, 2 RBI performance yesterday. And the Mariners 5-3 win in Anaheim. James Paxton picking up the win, his 6th. Bouncing ball. Escobar, dig by Hosmer. What an operation that was. Alcides Escobar with a fine play as Moustakas cut in front of him. And Escobar with a good pick at the back end from Hosmer.
We were just talking about Escobar. He has a strong throwing arm. And Hosmer, one of the best at first base. He'll take a hit away from Segura.
Segura is a few plate appearances away from being back or at the top of the batting list. Right now, the leading hitter in the American League, this man here, Ben Gamble, coming in at .336. He went 0 for 4 yesterday. Saw Ben in the clubhouse before the game. Did you know you were leading the league? He says, no, my parents called me this morning and told me. Called him from Neptune Beach, Florida. And not too much phases Ben. He said, dude, you're the #1 hitter in the American League. That's cool. We got to win some games. All right, fine. Sal Perez will throw to Hosmer to complete. Out number 2. Bring up Robinson Cano. Showed the highlight yesterday. From yesterday. Young reliever named Keenan Middleton was was on the mound, and you know we always talk about him controlling the at bats at his time. 1, 2, 3. If you're not ready, so he calls timeout, gets timeout. The kid throws a slider. Throws a slider. The next pitch, he hit it out off the foul pole. But he said he wasn't looking for it. But he said the fact that he threw 97 sort of alerted him a couple of pitches beforehand. So he knew after about 3 pitches, what the kid had. But what a shot it was, and it just stayed fair. It was a 1-1 pitch.
And Nelson Cruz not in the lineup. Second day in a row for him, and Nelson going to the All-Star game and still trying to figure out why Cano is not going. 17 home runs, 60 RBIs.
Yeah, I asked him about that, and I said, it's a shame. I feel badly that you're not going. What do you think? He says, hey man, it is what it is. Said it with a smile. I mean, he's ready to rake and show people that he deserves to be there.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Scott Service couldn't say enough about that before the game. 4 home runs the last 4 games, 6 in the last 9. Second only to Aaron Judge in RBIs in the American League. He's a career 3 for 11 against Ian Kennedy. Putting up some numbers. Last 7 days slugging .950.
He's definitely been hot. 20 RBIs in the last 10 games.
Came up empty there. 2-2. Ian Kennedy crossed paths as Yankees back in 08 and 09. Two pitch. Strike 3 called. No protest. 1, 2, 3. Go the Mariners in the first inning. 10 pitches and Christmas in July. Why not, fellas? 1-0. Hey, bring the Mariners some runs, will you? Buy steel. To find your local steel dealer, visit steeldealers.com. Buy Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And buy Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. A little time lapse here in Seattle. Started out cloudy, got sunny. Still got a lot of daylight left here in Seattle at 7:24 Pacific time. Mike Moustakas going to lead it off, the third baseman. Here he is with 22 home runs on July 3rd. Jermaine Dye had 22 home runs all of 2000. Balboni, club record of 36 back in 1985. And there's a drive deep to right, and that's going to leave the yard. That's home run number 23. Mike Moustakas, you got some Kansas City fans with the Moose call here. And it's now a 2-0 ball game, Kansas City, and he got all of that. Moustakas coming in, a .307 hitter over his last 30 ball games.
See the location of that pitch. It's going to be a fastball. Mike set up on the inside corner, elevated above the belt. You just have to give him a lot of credit. I think he hit his location with that fastball.
They're attacking early in the counts against Andrew Moore. Jorge Soler.
If you look at Andrew in his last outing, his first start in the big leagues, he threw a lot of strikes, first pitch strikes. So I think they're trying to take that away from him, especially the fastball. He has the ability to throw his curveball for a strike. He might go to that a little bit more if he misses with that slider.
Soler obtained from the Cubs last December 7th for reliever Wade Davis. 1-1. Hit it hard. Seager, nice play. Takes his time, throws him out. Well done.
Kyle having a much better year defensively for the Mariners. Take a look at our snow-mo and the play by Kyle.
Well done by the Mariner third baseman. That'll bring up shortstop Alcides Escobar. He's picked it up. I mean, just 5 guys, principal guys, have just gone crazy in the last month, and he's one of them. Escobar .309, 2 homers over his last 30.
And he's usually very aggressive early in the count.
Yeah, right. Remember that first pitch? Always a first, second pitch guy. Did that in the World Series a few years ago against the Mets, like 2 years ago. Kansas City a half game out of the second wild card. The Mariners right now a game and a half out of that second wild card, and it's a 6-team pileup for those 2 spots. The Yankees and Tampa Bay currently hold entering today. Kansas City, Minnesota, the Angels, and then the Mariners. Sacrifice fly by Kane in the first inning. Now a home run by Moustakas in the second. 2-2. Chop foul. So Andrew Moore has shown tremendous poise. A lot to like from what we saw during spring training. 2-2 pitch. Hit down to Seager. Plays the hop well. 2 down. Baseball's America's favorite pastime, so make sure to add the Mariners afternoon game to your 4th of July plans. First 15,000 fans, they're going to get a Mariners Patriotic Cowboy hat tomorrow. Mariners take on the Royals in game 2 of this series. Note the special start time, 3:40. 3:40 start time. Tickets, IntimateMariners.com. Here's Alex Gordon. 196. Very uncharacteristic to see him down there.
Only 4 home runs.
Picked it up to 231 in the month of June after a 184 April, a 164 May. These guys were in last place for a long time.
Well, they're in second place now. They played well lately.
That's trouble. Just catch a break. They're in last place from April 21 to June 2nd. June 2nd, they were 6 games back. And they have made up some distance. Only 3 back now. Here's a look at it.
Another look at our snow-mo. Clearly foul. The fan had it in his hat for a little bit and then dropped it.
Almost like that Gamble home run last week where the fan had it out in center field.
Yeah.
Ball took the hat with it. Two and 2 to Gordon. Four-time Gold Glover. Full count. Shift on for Gordon. Everybody tilted to the right. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout. Brandon Moore gives up a home run to Moustakas, the lead for Kansas City at 2-0. When we come back, Haniger, Seager, and Valencia. Coming to town, they're only half game out of the wild card and making a move on first place in the Central Division, only 3 behind Cleveland starting today. Leading off for the Mariners here in the second day, that Mitch Haniger batting in the cleanup spot, vacated by Nelson Cruz. Hopefully Nelly will be back tomorrow. He's got some right knee discomfort, a hard slide into second base a couple of days ago in Anaheim. Mitch looks at a strike. 285, 6 home runs. 22 runs batted in. Haniger 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Bounces this one to the second baseman, Torres. Torres throws him out.
Kennedy in the first inning. 10 pitches, 8 strikes for him, so he's commanding the strike zone.
Take a look at the Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Talking about Kansas City, just 3 back. They were 6 back on June 2nd. They have made some kind of move. Here's Kyle Seager coming off an 0 for 4 game yesterday. They put the second baseman out short right field against Kyle. Puts it a strike. Seager with a big home run Friday in the 10-0 blowout win over the Angels. But Ian Kennedy, as mentioned, 32 years old, 11 years in the big leagues. Overall record of 88 and 85, 3.98 ERA. Second year with Kansas City.
Pretty good changeup right on the outside corner. Again, his fastball at 92 miles an hour. Slider, curve, change.
Big space up the middle for Kyle Seager. 1-2 pitch in the dirt.
Most starting pitchers will have 4 pitches they'll use, but primarily there'll be one off-speed pitch that they'll stick with. That's not the case with Kennedy. He will mix it up with his curveball, his changeup, slider. He'll use them all.
Mariners looking for their first base hit. 2-2 to Kyle. Up high. James Paxton yesterday, he was perfect through the first 16 hitters. He said it really didn't phase him. He said if I had gotten into the 7th inning with it, then I might have really paid attention to it. And Kyle works the walk here. Mariners have their first base runner. Let's check out today's T-Mobile Unlimited Baseball break. Lowest opponents average this season. Chris Sale was unreal in his last out a couple of days ago. 11 strikeouts. Kennedy right behind him. Irvin Santana. Mariners beat him when we were in Minnesota. Yu Darvish and Corey Kluber. It's a good crew.
It's a pretty nice rotation right there.
Chris Sale named to the All-Star team. Same with Kluber. There's Danny Valencia.
Danny hitting .270 with 8 home runs.
Tell you what, he has played a really good first base. Made a terrific play yesterday. You always have that one play in a no-no or perfecto, and he made one early on, and a diving play to his right early in the ball game. 1-0 pitch. Danny facing Kansas City, his former team. Played with the Royals back in 2014 for 36 games.
He's also been swinging the bat. Struggled in April, but since then has really swung the bat well. Have average up to .270 overall.
Up the middle, base hit for Danny Valencia on a 1-1 offering from Kennedy. So the Mariners have the tying runs aboard and bring up the former Kansas City Royal, owner of World Series ring, Gerard Dyson.
That's the last pitch right on the outside corner. Looked like a little slider, maybe a cut fastball.
Gerard was much in demand before the game, doing an interview with Kansas City Royals TV. Joel Goldberg and Jeff Montgomery caught up a lot of teammates during BP. And nobody wants to do some damage more than he does right now.
That is typically the case.
You've been there.
Yep. Play your former team. Just thinking about it today, looking at the Royals and seeing them 9th in stolen bases. Again, Kane leading the way with 15. They miss him on the base paths.
He has been a boon to the Mariners for sure. 3rd in the American League in stolen bases with 19, behind Cameron Maybin with 24 and Elvis Andrus with 20.
Well, he has a good count. 2-0 count. Mariners hitting .266 as a team. Runners in scoring position.
2-0 pitch here from Kennedy. Check swing, foul ball. Four home runs and 21 runs batted in for Gerard Dyson. 2-1 pitch outside, 3-1.
Lorenzo Cain, the center fielder, shading towards left center.
If he could just pull something over towards his head, the second baseman. A run for a long time. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Back up this way.
Fastball in the middle of the plate, right at the top of the strike zone. Pretty good swing.
Two on, one out. 2-0 lead here for KC. Payoff pitch. Ball four. They're loaded up for Mike Zunino. Here comes the young man that drove in 31 runs in the month of June.
11 home runs on the year.
See if he can make something happen here. Bases loaded, one out. Gets past out Perez. That'll plate, one run. Seager scores easily. Everybody else moves up. Wild pitch. Charged to Ian Kennedy. Mariners on the board. Third wild pitch. Check that first wild pitch for Kennedy this season.
That was on a curveball. You can see it hit where the left-handed hitter is. There's a hole in the batter's box and it hits in there and jumps over his glove. He thought he was going to be able to backhand it.
2-1 ball game. Now 1-0 here to Mike. Got to check that swing. He's in a good situation here. 2-0. Two-0 pitch to Zunino. Swings through.
Pretty good slider.
Might go for 4, couple strikeouts in yesterday's game. He's a career 2 for 4 with a homer against Kennedy.
We thought 2-0 he was going to get the fastball. That did not happen.
2-1 pitch. 2-2. Runners in scoring position. The Mariners as a team at 266 with 28 home runs. Team numbers. Mike trying to come through here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
Yeah, Kennedy wanted that pitch. 2-seam fastball in the inside corner. Luke Powell waiting on that. He is hitting 9th in the lineup.
Big opportunity here. 3-2. And Perez holds on to that tip. Mike goes down swinging. Third strikeout for Kennedy. 2 outs here in the second.
High fastball, top of the strike zone at 93 miles an hour. Ties him up. He's going to try to pull his hands closer to his body to get the barrel to it.
That brings up Boog Powell with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Boog 2 hits yesterday. 2 for 4. Hot hitter down at Tacoma, hitting at .331. Hit the ball through the 4-hole right side yesterday twice. Picked up 40 points in his average. Going from 179 to 219 with 2 for 4 yesterday. Base hit will put the Mariners in front. Valencia at third, Dyson. Plenty of speed at second. 1-1. 2-1. Powell brought up from Tacoma. Sent out Max Posey. Needed more position players with Cruz going down with the knee injury. 2-1. Off the fist.
Pretty good pitch to hit fastball right in the middle of the plate.
Deuce is wild here now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on.
Looking at that swing, I think he was trying to hit it the other way. Really tried to stay inside of it.
Pitch to Boog. And Perez holds on to that foul tip. Inning over. Mariners get a run on a wild pitch. Leave 2. It's a 2-1 ball game. Here at the ballpark. Make sure you enjoy Mariners baseball. And a great deal here at Safeco Insurance Triple Play Ticket Nights at the ballpark. A ticket, a hot dog, a beer, or Pepsi is yours for only $26. So join in on the next event. It's coming up Wednesday against these Royals with Jason Vargas on the mound. Tickets at mariners.com/specials. Felix goes tomorrow for the Mariners, and then Ariel Miranda against Jason Vargas on Wednesday. Royals have not announced tomorrow's pitcher. Danny Duffy, I'm told, will start tomorrow. Whit Merrifield started the game off hitting the second pitch, doubled down the right field line. Came around to score in a sac fly by Lorenzo Cain.
Duffy's scheduled to come off the DL. Hard throwing left-hander.
It's a high pop out of play. Whit Merrifield, 2010 walk-off single for the University of South Carolina. Wins a College World Series against UCLA at Rosenblatt Stadium. Never got the ball. The right fielder for UCLA kept the ball. South Carolina offered him $10,000 to get the ball back, and he said, well, you fill in the blank. Never gave it back to him. How about that? So recently, Merrifield had a walk-off hit against Toronto, and they were able to get the ball for him, and he said, it's my first walk-off ball that I have for my collection. Imagine that. The kid wouldn't give the ball back. 10 large.
Had plenty of time to cool off about it.
Man, oh man. Another nice play by Danny Valencia, leads Moore and beats Whitfield. Merrifield, beg your pardon, for the out.
And we were talking about Danny and his defense. Backhanded play this time off the thumb of his glove. It stays close to him. No panic. Andrew doing his job, making sure that he covers. So Merrifield's hit the ball hard the other way twice now.
Ramon Torres has had a good year defensively at first base. Torres flied out to center. Seager in on the grass at third. Right at Mitch Haniger. 2 down. Two away here in the top of the third. Cheer on your team and round your way to home with the Sound Transit Day Pass. Learn more at soundtransit.org. Good crowd here at Safeco Field. Initial projections 27,000, and I think they're going to beat that easily. Lorenzo Cain sacrifice fly. Right field. First time up. The first pitch swinging. Seager, nice play. Throw, got him! 9 pitches for Andrew Moore. Sparkling defense from Kyle Seager. A 1-2-3 Kansas City third. Well done. Casino big catch. We turn it over to third base committee chairman Mike Blowers.
And Kyle has been busy tonight, including making this play. Key to is get rid of it quickly. Cain can run, but Kyle throws him out by a step.
Top of the order here for the Mariners: Segura, Gamble, and Cano. Gene looks at a strike. Nice play by the shortstop Escobar to throw him out in the first inning. One-two. And Kennedy won his last 2 decisions at Detroit. Prior to that, a no decision against Boston, and he beat the Angels prior to that. It's only 2 wins this year. Ball and 2 strikes. Mariners shortstop. Swing and a miss. Down goes Segura. Strikeout number 5 for Ian Kennedy. 1 away here in the third. Let's check out our CenturyLink What's Next. Danny Duffy, as we mentioned earlier, goes against Felix tomorrow. Jason Vargas going to the All-Star game. Look at those numbers: 12-3 and a 2.22 ERA. That ERA tops, so are the wins in the American League. He is getting it done, and he's also already logged 101 innings. Miranda has been outstanding. How about that? He's got 7 wins.
Get those numbers for Vargas. Has a feel for that changeup again.
Yeah, it's working really well. And Miranda did a beautiful job. 7 innings, a 2-hit shutout ball. Friday night, 10-0 win against the Angels. Gamble, first time up, struck out. Just 3-pitch plate appearance. It's 1-1 here. Bounces this one. Hosmer, easy play. 2 down. And that'll bring up Robinson Cano, who took a cold 3rd strike first time. It's only Robbie's 2nd strikeout in his last 22 plate appearances.
It's been hot. Showed the home run that he hit yesterday. 17 home runs, and I think he was fooled. It was a fastball, a pretty good pitch, but I think he was looking for something off speed. I think he would challenge him 3-2, but Kennedy threw a strike.
Hit a long way left field, but not long enough, as Alex Gordon records the out. Another quick inning for Ian Kennedy. Needed just 8 pitches to get his 3 outs. He leads 2-1. Here comes Andrew Moore. Brought to you by Clearwater Casino. So many reasons to come out and play. By the National Electrical Contractors Association Cascade Chapter, investing in our future. And by your local Toyota dealers. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And a Mexican soccer team went places. They were here, played Paraguay on Saturday, and were victorious. 2-1, I'm told, is the final. Here's Eric Hosmer to lead it off. Sal Perez and then Mike Moustakas. Hosmer with a base hit to left field his first time. And to think with their April start, Mike, at 7-16, they get into May, and they got a bunch of free agents. Hosmer's one of them. They're talking about breaking up the band here. But now, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next couple 3 weeks as we get close to the July 31 trade deadline.
You had to think that they were going to get it turned around. It's a veteran club. These guys can all play. They still have a number of guys in their lineup, though, that are struggling even now. We mentioned Gordon earlier. But I think that figuring the pitching out, their bullpen's a little bit different for them.
Slicing foul. Perez, Kane, Hosmer, Escobar, Moustakas certainly picked it up.
Yes.
And got them right back in. And, Minnesota was leading in that Central. Minnesota started today 3 off the pace, tied with Kansas City. Cleveland on top. Live ball center field sends Dyson back towards the 401 mark, but he makes a catch. Let's check out the fan here. Let's see who makes the catch. Well done. Outstretches everybody. It's a Royal fan.
2 hands.
Textbook. Didn't bring a glove. Didn't need a glove. Part of the problem for Kansas City coming in to today. They're playing the Central Division. Just 13-21. Sal Perez fouls one off. The only team they're plus 500 against is Cleveland at 5-4. 4-8 Minnesota, 2-4 Detroit, 2-5 Chicago.
Yeah, they were in their division in the first month of the season, and that's when they were really struggling.
Oh, and 2 Big Sal. Andrew Moore, impressive young man, seems unfazed by being up here in the big leagues, ready to go. That bulldog approach. 1-2. North Eugene High School, Oregon High School Pitcher of the Year as a sophomore and a junior, and a 5-state Player of the Year as a senior. A mile-high pop. Not a surprise that Mr. Cano takes charge. Coming out of nowhere, gets the put out. What was it Vizquel told you? For the fielding percentage, Mike. The fielding percentage.
That's right. Going to catch every one of them. Don't even try it.
2 outs. This Friday, the Mariners and Emirates Airline are bringing you a snow globe night free to the first 20,000 fans. 10,000 fans are going to get a snow globe of the Kingdom. The other 10,000 a Safeco Field version, complete with a retractable roof. Tickets at Mariners.com. Quick 2 outs. Here's Moustakas, homered on a 1-1 pitch right field, and was no doubt about it.
It was a fastball on the inside corner above the belt. So he was able to get the barrel to it.
23rd home run for the Moose. 50th RBI. World Series champions in 2015, beat the Mets 4-1. Year before, took Madison Bumgarner to be just off the chart spectacular for 3 games, including a relief appearance in Game 7. A win to beat Kansas City for 2014 World Championship. Seeing some of the broadcasters, saw Rex Hudler. I know you saw him. Pretty impressive ring. And as championship rings go these days, and NFL rings tend to be really guarded. I mean, I'd have to have a guard with me the entire time if I wore it. I felt I would feel a little bit more secure wearing and taking nothing away from the Kansas City ring. It's outstanding. But NFL rings look like, I mean, it's like you're wearing a brass knuckle. I mean, it's huge.
Right.
I mean, you'd better have done your squats to put that ring on. High fly ball. Haniger's got it. And a nice inning for Andrew Moore. He has retired 3, 6, 9 in a row after giving up the home run to Moustakas. Coming up for the Mariners, Haniger, Seager, and Valencia. About baseball history with a Griffey jersey on. You love it. Mariners Team Store Fan Dream Stakes contest going on right now when you stop by any of the 5 Mariner Team stores to sign up. You're automatically entered to win one of 10 great prizes, including authentic Mariners apparel, a photo with a player, or even a chance to throw out the first pitch. Stop by Mariners team store to enter. There's Mitch Haniger to lead it off against Ian Kennedy in this 2-1 ball game. Mitch grounded out to second base. Fooled on that pitch. Which has done quite well against right-handers in terms of on-base percentage, a .403 clip. And an 0-2 hole here, though. Breaking ball, 1-2.
Likes his curveball today. Look at his curveball, his changeup, and his slider. His slider and his changeup have been really good pitches for him this year. Opponent's hitting just 121 off of his slider, so next to nothing.
Swing and a miss, which goes down swinging.
Strikeout
number 6, yes sir.
All the off-speed pitches, and then go right to the top of the strike zone. Fastball at 93 miles an hour, and some late swings. Look at the snow-mo and the swing right underneath it.
That's the one you've talked about for a lot over the years. That pitch, you think you can get to it.
See it so well. You see it out of his hand, and because of the velocity, his is 93 miles an hour. And you're looking at a curveball at 78, a slider in the mid-80s, and then all of a sudden you pop that on you. Just can't get to it.
There's Seager, scored on a wild pitch after walking in the second inning. Got 1 for 7. It was a home run against Kennedy. Ball 1. Inside to Kyle. Again, no Nelson Cruz tonight with a sore knee. Hopefully we'll have him back tomorrow. At worst, maybe Wednesday. The Mariners trying to get back to 500. If they do, it'll be the 6th time they've been there. Two and 1. Mariners were 17-17, 30-30, 31-31, 37-37, 39-39. Had a couple of games over, then the Phillies came to town.
Well, the good news for them is they played well at home. Let's see them win this series. Then you have the A's, who have struggled this year for 4 before you go into the break. A chance to get over 500 if they play well.
We're talking to a few guys today, are very enthusiastic about the fact that, you know, what they've done to this point. They get their head above water, get over 500. Paxton getting into a groove. Felix getting into a groove. Miranda's been outstanding. Got Andrew Moore back. Gaviglio keeps you in games. And the hitting, you know, you get Nelly, as we've been talking about for the last, 3 weeks. He's going to go on a hitting team. At home since the 4th of June. Long run. Gordon not going to get there. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Limited schedule tonight. Tomorrow, 4th of July. Washington beat the Mets 3-2. Yankees 6-3 over Toronto. Boston leads at Texas 5-4. Minnesota 9-5 over the Angels in the 9th. White Sox lead at Oakland 4-2. Milwaukee beat Baltimore 8-1. Philly beat Pittsburgh 4-0. St. Louis 14-6 over Miami, and Colorado 5-3 over Cincy. Just 10 games down from the normal 15. Full count here to Seager, 1 out, nobody on.
Danny waiting on deck. Got a base hit his first time up.
3-2 pitch. Bounce to Hosmer, friendly hop. Take it himself. Two away. Enjoy Mariners baseball with Man's Best Friend this Thursday. Another Bark in the Park night. When Mariners host the A's for only $50, you can pick up a ticket for both you and your dog, plus a unique Mariners dog tag courtesy of Aberderm and Nylabone. The special offer is only available at mariners.com/bark. One thing you notice, I've been up there. I didn't go this the first part in the park. I'll have to make my way up there this time. But you know, dogs are in the ballpark.
Yes, you do.
If your sense of smell is any good, it'll take you a nanosecond to figure that out. Strike 1 to Danny Valencia. Base hit to center field first time.
Danny not happy with himself. Fastball right in the middle of the plate. A little bit late on it.
2 hole. Kennedy set in the pitch. Way outside. Two out, nobody on. Second baseman Torres shading up the middle against Danny. It's hit hard the other way. Long look and now time called.
And Kennedy will mix it up. 4 pitches. Curveball today. I've seen him change up a few times. 4 sliders to the right-handed hitters.
1-2. Danny now 3 for 27 against right-hand relievers. Make it 2 for 26 against right-hand relievers. We saw him struggle a bunch the last week or so as you have Dyson on deck. 2-2. Breaking ball. He hung it up and Danny pounds it into center field. 2-out base hit. 2 for 2 for Mr. Valencia. Good work.
And it's on the breaking ball. This one right in the middle of the plate. Curveball. I think Kennedy wanted that down out of the strike zone, but he left it right in the middle of the plate. So now a couple of base hits back up the middle for Valencia.
Mariners have 2 hits. They both belong to Valencia. Mariners got a run. Wild pitch, second inning. Here's Dyson. And first pitch strike. Walking a 3-2 pitch. Back in the second. Stock is in on the grass at third. Pitch inside. Ahead here, 2-1. Kennedy struck out 6. He's wild pitched a run home. Walk 2. And up a run on 2 hits. Center field. Kane tracking it. And he's there. About 2 steps before the warning track out there. Nothing across for the Mariners. Andrew Moore gave up a run in the first, run in the second. Since then, he's retired 9 consecutive hitters. See if he can keep that run going when we return. in this opener of the series against the Mariners. Have a 2-1 lead. Time now for a Geico. This state in MLB history. Go back to 2011. Not that long ago. Right-hander Blake Bevan makes his big league debut. 7 hits, 3 hits, 1 run. Mariners beat the Padres. Bevan, Andrew Moore, Matt Young, and Mark Langston all went 7 innings while making their major league debuts with Seattle. We just saw Mark Langston the last 3 days. Looking good. Looking young as ever down in Anaheim. Former Mariner left-hander. Soler. Ground ball gobbled up by Seager. 1 away. It's 10 consecutive hitters retired.
One of the things that we are starting to figure out with Andrew Moore is with this fastball at 91, he will pitch inside. He has pretty good command. That two-seamer, he'll run it in on their hands. Soler getting jammed. Weak ground ball out to Kyle.
Brings up shortstop Alcides Escobar. 7th year with Kansas City. All-Star and a Gold Glover in 2015. Long drive, deep left center field. Run down by Dyson. Nice work.
He made it look easy, but it's not. Mariners outfield defense has been the best in the American League this year, and Dyson certainly covering a lot of ground. He was actually out towards right center field.
11 consecutive retired. Ben's in the pen. Got a good look at Mr. Dyson's work. Quick 2 outs. Here's Alex Gordon batting 9th. Trying to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch that was attacked so vigorously on the first and second pitch of almost every at bat.
Well, I think again, if you look at his numbers from his first major league start in, that information what he was doing in the minor leagues, he commands the strike zone. And if hitters see that and they feel that they have an advantage, they're going to try to take advantage of it. And sometimes I think if you can locate and you have some movement, maybe work your breaking ball in there early in the count, an opportunity to get some quick outs.
Well, he's certainly done that here in this inning. 1-2. He's got 3 pitches before Gordon stepped in, got 2 outs. 1-2 here to Gordon.
And again, moving the fastball around. Right there's exactly where he wanted to throw it, at the top of the strike zone on the inside corner. Another look at might give him the high target. It's pretty good. Back with a changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on here in the 5th. Kansas City, a sac fly by Keane in the first, home run Moustakas in the second. Mariners got their run on a wild pitch. That was in the 2nd inning. That's the only scoring to this point. Ian Kennedy's been sharp with 6 strikeouts. He did walk 2 when the 1 walk hurt him. Moore has not walked anybody. He struck out 1. Pitching to contact here. 3-2. They've pitched to too much contact on this one. And that indeed is the case. Home run Alex Gordon. His 5th. A 3-1 lead for Kansas City. 2nd home run given up by Moore.
I'll be curious to see where he catches this fastball. I thought he broke his back.
I think you're right.
That'd be a fastball on the inside corner. His 5th home run. Let's take a look at our snow-mo. Mitch trying to make the catch just out of his reach.
Top of the order in Whit Merrifield. Double down into the right field corner and a ground out to first. Pop up Valencia. That'll do it. Home run by Gordon makes it a 3-1 game here at Safeco Field. 5th. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Mattress Firm. First of a 3-game set with Kansas City. Be there in early August, and then the A's come to town. Then we enjoy the All-Star break before going to Chicago and Houston, and then on the 20th, the I-95 folks come to town. The Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Mets closing out the month of July. Mike Zunino, swing and a miss. Mike, a strikeout victim on a 3-2 pitch in his first at bat. Ian Kennedy, 6 Ks, 2 walks. 2 hits belong to Danny Valencia. That's it. Kennedy having a lap, couldn't make the play there.
Mentioned the 2 hits. Opponent's batting average against Kennedy is .204. A little bit unusual when you look at his ERA at a 4.72. He's not giving up many hits. Home run has hurt him.
1-1 to Mike, and it's in there for strike. Tried to paint, missed. Two to Zunino, and he flares one the other way, and it'll drop in. Base hit as Merrifield will get back in. So Mike Zunino with a base hit. It's his 3rd career hit off of Ian Kennedy.
We'll take a look at this inside-out swing. Fastball in the middle of the plate. It jams him. But Mike is a strong man. Fights it off into right field.
Here's a Boog Powell, struck out at a 2-2 pitch. Herschel Mack Powell out of Costa Mesa, California. That's where he went to college at Orange Coast College. High school of Mission Viejo, California. Infield had double play depth. A little late. 0-2. '22nd game in the big leagues for Boog. Segura's on deck. Powell coming off a 2-for-4 performance yesterday. Zunino at first on a running threat. 1-2.
Talking about Kennedy mixing it up, and there's been some late swings on his fastball at 92 to 93 miles an hour. And we're always trying to figure out if there's a pattern involved, what he's doing, and watching him. The one thing I know is if he gets 2 strikes on you, you're going to get a fastball at the top of the strike zone. I've seen that pitch a lot.
Breaking ball, slow roller, Escobar over to Torres, and safe. Greg Gibson said that Powell beat it out. They get the lead runner, Zunino. Slow roller.
We'll take a look at the replay in our Snomo, and easy little flip, put a lot on the throw. I think he's safe. Powell can get down the line.
No objection by Hosmer nor Ned Yost. Managed in Milwaukee 2003 to 2008. 457 wins there. Here's Segura looking for his first hit tonight. Boog Powell, 9 out of 14 in base stealing at Tacoma this year. not attempted one and up here with the big club so far. Fly ball right field, staying in the yard from Merrifield. 2 down. Talking about how Kansas City's made a vast improvement. Look at their contention right now in this wild card chase. Yankees, Twins, and Rays. Then you got the Angels, Mariners, and Orioles. Well, the Orioles look like they fell completely on their faces, but they're trying to hang around now. They had a big lead. They were right up at the top of the American League East for a long time, or at least second place.
A lot of teams at around 500. I think that a number of teams are going to take off in the second half.
Back safely is Powell. Ben Gamble at the plate, strikeout and a ground out the first. Then went 4 for 5 Friday night with 10-0 win at Anaheim. Just splendid numbers in the month of June. Look at that, 42 hits, 22 runs, 2 homers, and 11 runs batted in, and almost a 400 VA. Wow.
Really ran the bases well, played good defense.
Aaron Judge did win that title, American League Player of the Month. Yankees right fielder. Leads in home runs, runs batted in, total bases, runs scored overall, walks, on base percentage, and slugging percentage.
Everything.
Man.
Yeah.
We'll see the Yankees in New York in late August. 1-0. And what a play by Torres. Takes away a base hit from Gamble. Runner stranded in the Mariners' 5th. They trail by the count of 3-1. And that had a chance to be a 1st and 3rd situation for the Mariners, but denied right there. Game. It's been about the long ball. The Moose, Mike Moustakas, on a 1-1 pitch leading off in the second, hit his 23rd home run, RBI number 50. Then in the 5th inning, 2 out, nobody on a 3-2 pitch. Alex Gordon went yard as well. His 5th, his 25th run batted in. The other run coming in the 1st inning on a Lorenzo Cain sacrifice fly, accounting for the 3 Kansas City runs. So Andrew Moore, he's going to face the top of the order here in the 6th. Actually, be the 2-hole hitter and Ramon Torres. Two, 3, 4, followed by Cain and Hosmer.
So far, Andrew in good shape with his pitch count. Next pitch will be 70 for him.
Well, he does work quickly.
Well, in his first outing, he went 7 innings through 100 pitches. 69 strikes.
Thought the fist fouled away. Ramon Torres, a 1-2 pitch. Put it in play. Segura charges. Has to hurry. He knows it. And he makes a fine play. Torres getting down that line. One away. Lorenzo Cain coming up. The Mariners and Boeing. They give a tip of the cap to our youngest fans with Salute to Kids Day on Sunday. A's are in town. All kids 14 and under. They're going to get a t-shirt of the Mariner All-Star Nelson Cruz. And they're invited to run around the bases after the game. So visit Mariners.com for tickets. As we come to you about the A and Safeco field, here's Cain. Sack fly and a terrific play made on him by Kyle Seager.
Look with Andrew, you have to be impressed. He works both sides of the plate. He'll elevate his fastball from time to time. He's used his curveball and slider today. That's a good looking slider.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Two. Swing and miss. Second strikeout for Andrew Moore. Mark and Diane Engelbrecht. Mark in the glasses there. Longtime director here at Mariner Telecast. His son Max signed with the Washington Nationals last week, 10 days ago. Team at Oregon State with Andrew Moore back in 2013. Max made his pro debut a few days ago. Near Penn League, I believe it was. Scoreless debut.
Couple of innings.
Lefty reliever. He'll pitch at least 45.
Throw strikes. That is right.
Remember we had Andrew on after one of his spring games. We had him on after his appearance. He's a good kid. Enjoyed talking to him. Staying with it is Segura. Throws out Hosmer in a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Moore through 6. Getting some runs. It's 3-1 Kansas City. ceremonial first pitch. Man, I go way back with this guy when he was a player at Syracuse. Mike Hopkins, the new coach at the University of Washington, when we both had hair, and he could shoot it. And a long-time right hand to Hall of Fame coach Jim Boeheim at his alma mater. Both their alma maters at Syracuse University, and we welcome Hoppy to the great Pacific Northwest. He'll do a great job. He's already, in fact, he's got Jay-Z's nephew, who is a highly recruited and highly regarded three-man. Should be interesting. Robinson Cano struck out looking and fly to left.
Mariners with just 3 hits. Danny Valencia with 2 of them. Mike Zunino with 1.
Cano, Haniger, and Seager. No Nelson Cruz. Injured that knee down in Anaheim a couple of days ago. Hopefully can have it back as early as tomorrow. Best case scenario. Robbie Cano, 4 home runs his last 4 games and 6 homers in the last 9. He has surpassed Mr. Cruz into second place behind Aaron Judge in the RBI chase.
Nelson is so important to this team. Having him in the lineup changes the entire look of the lineup when he's in there.
And Kennedy got wins in his last 3 outings. A win, a no decision, and a win. 2-6 record entering tonight's game. Here's a 1-2 to Robbie. And strikes out on a breaking ball. Strikeout number 7 for Kennedy.
Yeah, this looks like the curveball. Yeah, it was 12-6 curveball. He's thrown that pitch quite a bit today.
Boy, he's throwing that right where he wanted it to. That's perfect location. Kennedy's been with the Yankees, Arizona, San Diego, and now in his second year with Kansas City. Big sweeping breaking ball, swinging and missed by Haniger, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
Oh, another curveball.
Kennedy with the Yankees back in 07 through 09 went 1-4. 4 seasons with Arizona. He was 48 and 34. Had a great year in 2011, going 21-4 with a 2.88 ERA. Oh, nice backhand snatch there by Sal Perez. Tell you what, if you're a base runner at first base, first of all, watch it. This is great.
There's the reason why he has a gold patch.
Memories of Manny Sanguillen and Tony Pena. With that move, that was beautiful. And he's a big man. He's 6'4", 260.
Good athlete, though.
Yes, he is.
Great arm.
But he'll backpick you to death.
He will. One of the best. Then going to the All-Star game. His 5th time. He's going to be the starter for the American League.
2-2. Team Maldonado tried to backpick. Left-hander up the plate yesterday, runner at first, and he stood up like he was going to throw it back to the and just threw a laser down. Runner had to get back in a hurry. 3-2 to Mitch. Down to Moustakas, takes his time, throws over, 2 away. We'll bring up Kyle Seager. MLB TV every night, every device. Watch all out-of-market regular season games live. Plus, get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Kyle 0 for 1. He walked in the second inning. He scored the 1 run on a wild pitch.
3 runs on 4 hits for Kansas City. Run on 3 hits for the Mariners. Last year, Mariners against Kansas City here in this building, 2-1. Mariners went 2-2 at Kansas City. Don't forget special start time tomorrow, 4th of July. CenturyLink brings you what's next. Danny Duffy just off the DL takes on Felix, who's looked good in his last 2 starts coming off the DL. Jason Vargas against Ariel Miranda, 2 very good left-handers. Going on Wednesday, and happy birthday USA tomorrow. Oh, 2 here to Kyle.
And we've been talking about that pitch right there, Kennedy. If he gets 2 strikes, he will elevate the fastball. He's been right at that top line consistently. Tough pitch to get to.
2 outs, nobody on. The second baseman Torres out short right field for Kyle. Pitch. 1-2. Fouled off. Notice to see Kansas City again. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, August 3 through 6.
I'll bet it'll be warm.
Kansas City in August.
What do you think, Dave?
How much weight you need to lose? Anything? Because you're going to lose it in August. Man, oh man. Texas, Kansas City, and Oakland come home for the Angels in Baltimore, then go to Tampa Bay, Atlanta, New York, and Baltimore.
It's going to be a tough month.
Yes, it is.
It'll be on the road quite a bit.
And that's why this month is critical. Make some noise. Get a bunch of wins.
And Danny waiting on deck. Valencia 2 for 2. A couple of base hits back up the middle. One on a fastball, the other on a curveball.
2-2 pitch. Bounced it to Torres. He comes to get it. Easy flip to Hosmer. 1-2-3 in the 6th. Brisk pace game. 3-1 Royals. Here in Root Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Come try the sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger combo for $4.99. Limited time only. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. Good to have you with us. Good to be back home after a quick 3 days down in Anaheim. Good to see the Seattle skyline. Royals lead at 3-1. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew with you. Andrew Moore has given up a run in the 1st and a sac fly. Home run to Moustakas in the 2nd. Home run to Gordon in the 5th. Struck out 2, not walked anybody. Giving up 3 runs on 4 hits. His 2nd big league start.
He didn't have any walks in his 1st outing. Not just 80 pitches in the ball game as he works here in the 7th.
bouncing ball, backhanded. Fine play by Kyle Seager, one out.
He's only given up 4 hits. Another look at Kyle. Backhanded play. Always aggressive at third. Just smothering the ball. Another look at it in our slow-mo. Makes it look easy.
Watched him the other day in Anaheim working with KCA AT SEA. Just soft tossing, just working on the backhand, taking that step. Really nice work. Mike Moustakas 1 for 2. Got 23 home runs. We still have a few days before the All-Star break. Jermaine Dye had the club record for most home runs before the break. 22. Moose just broke. That was back in 2000. Valencia stays with it. Moore's right there. Good play.
Pretty good. Playing good defense tonight. Play similar to the one that Kyle just made, but it hits off the heel. Doesn't panic at all. Stays with it. Andrew doing his job, hustling over.
Very good year defensively for Denny Valencia at first base. There's Soler. This guy hits a big home runs for the Cubs last year at 12, but he's a guy that can put some distance on it. You got to be careful.
A couple of weak ground balls from him tonight. Both of them going to Kyle at third.
Watching that swing. We'll bring a name back to you. I think you might have played with him. Certainly saw him. Glenn Allen Hill.
You bet. He can hit some long home runs.
Woo. Gets the corner. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. Third K in another quick inning. Andrew Moore. He has thrown a heck of a ball game here. It's down 3-1.
You can buy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks, but what else could you buy with a Washington lottery win? Play today. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink with you here at the Ford Sports Desk. And so many families getting together for this 4th of July holiday, and so many of them here tonight at Safeco Field. Carolyn enjoying some family time with Grandpa. The hashtag to use is Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. Next up, we've got Ethan. Ethan says she thought the view was pretty. I thought the jersey was even better. Big Seager fan there. And Jesse is with Jenny at Crescent Bar for the long weekend, watching the Mariners and enjoying the sunshine and the cool water. Use that hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. Dave, back to you.
Good stuff, Angie. Thank you very much. Danny Valencia. Let's see if we can get an uprising going here. 3-1 Kansas City, bottom 7. It'll be Danny, Gerard Dyson, and Mike Zunino against Ian Kennedy, who's been sharp tonight with 7 Ks and changed speeds nicely, and a 3-hit night for Valencia. He's got 3 of the 5 Mariner hits. Well done.
And being aggressive this time. Looked like a first pitch breaking ball. Maybe a little slider. It was a slider.
Boy, good night. Peter Moylan starting to heat up.
Oh, Kennedy now at 98 pitches.
Should say 3 of the 4 hits. Danny Valencia owns him. Here's Dyson. Moustakas. He's hit it on the grass at third. And first pitch strike. Down the left field line, tracking Gordon. He's there. Nice play. Well, he had that wall coming up on him. Hurry too. And make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light mini fridge just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Here's Mike Zunino. Gets away from Perez. Valencia makes a hard turn.
That'll be a wild pitch. One good swing from Mike Zunino. Tie this game up. Mike with a base hit his last time up. Base hit into right field.
Valencia at second base. Mike swings through. 6th time Danny has had 3 or more hits. Meanwhile, Zunino 1 for 2, strikeout, base hit to right. Just takes one big swing. The 1-1. 1-2. Don Wakamatsu there, former Mariners skipper in the middle. Ned Yost, manager, on the left. Dave Island, the pitching coach, on the right. Go through the signs one more time. Gives you an idea. Kennedy is a big man himself at 6 foot 200. Sal's really big. Sal 6'3". I get listed at 240. He's more than that. But I tell you what a good guy. I want to talk about one of those guys that he's got to be the mayor of that team, and he knows everybody. Good word for everybody. 1-2 pitch. Valencia holds. Count it 2-2.
There is Nelson Cruz going to pinch hit.
That's good to see. Now he can swing it back. So he's going to pinch hit Boo Powell. Nelly is some kind of tough, and again must have an incredible pain threshold. 2-2. popped up and it's playable. Second baseman Torres for the out. So Nelson Cruz going to pinch hit. And Mr. Cruz, third in RBIs in the American League with 59. And he made the All-Star team. That's good. Fourth of the past 5 seasons, and he certainly deserved it. Everybody is thrilled for him.
Third in the American League in RBIs, 59 RBIs, 14 home runs.
Nelly 1 for 1 with an RBI as a pinch hitter, and Ned Yost is going to lift his starter Ian Kennedy and bring in right-hander Peter Moylan when we come back. As the Mariners threaten in the 7th, protect our West by enjoying banquet beer through September. A portion of every Coors Banquet purchase is going to be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. So learn more at wffoundation.org. Chance to get something done here for the Mariners. First, let us tell you about Ian Kennedy. Did a nice job tonight.
6 2/3, just 4 hits, 1 run, couple of walks, 7 strikeouts, 105 pitches, 67 of those for strikes. Had a good fastball, about 93 miles an hour, was consistent with it. Good off-speed pitches, saw his curve. Peter Moylan going to take over. ERA at 6. 27 innings, 26 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting 250. He's given up a couple of home runs. Side armor, fastball at 90 miles an hour. Slider changeup.
Mr. Cruz has not homered since the 4th of June. Sweeping breaking ball for a strike. Moylan seeing Nelson Cruz for the first time. As we thought, it was more than a projected 27,000, 35,789 on hand here. 2 out. Nelly the tying run at the plate. And he's behind 0-2. Cruz with a .287 batting average. Peter Moylan, 38 years old, out of Adelaide, Australia. Did he go? He did. Really could not check that swing. Gone in 3 pitches, and the Mariners are done in the 7th, stranding a runner at second base. 3-1 Kansas City. thoughts on his changeup. How does he throw it?
A nice circle changeup right here. Essentially all I'm trying to think about is throw the circle right to the hitter. So follow through right here, and then that's the same thing as the two-seam, just creating this spin right here.
Good looking one right there. Andrew Moore threw 7, 3 strikeouts, no walks, giving up solo home runs to Moustakas and Gordon, and a sac fly to Lorenzo Cain. He's got Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, leading off here, followed by Alex Gordon and Whit Merrifield, 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Early in the ballgame, they were swinging first, second pitch almost every time.
But now he's mixing in his changeup and his breaking ball a little bit more early, so changing.
There's Tony Zick getting ready. Cano on the backhand. 1 out.
Really pitched well, mixing it up. And just a couple of solo home runs has him behind. Can't see, but just 4 hits. One of those home runs belongs to Gordon. His 5th on the year.
Got it with 2 outs. 3-2 pitch, 5th inning. Strike 1.
Good changeup.
That is playable for Kyle Seager. Foul territory. Well, he is just breezing along here. And make sure you join us tomorrow during the Mariners game for another round of Twitter Tuesday. You're going to have 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by interacting with us on Twitter throughout the ball game. Going to be posting questions. Want to hear from you, so be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at RootsSports_NW. And for giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. Quick 2 outs with Merrifield, top of the order. He swings at first pitch, fouls it off. He's 1 for 3.
Neftali Feliz getting loose in the bullpen for the Royals.
18 of 28 first pitch strikes for Andrew Moore. Bunt.
It's a good one.
Just got him. Wow, what a play.
They'll probably take a look at it.
And Ned Yost already out of the dugout. Hand up saying, hold on a minute.
It's a perfect bunt. Kyle gets rid of it quickly.
I don't think they have to take much of a look at that. First base umpire Greg Gibson.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's another look in the snow-mo. And
boom, right there.
Yeah, he's safe.
They should take more than 2 looks tops.
Kyle has had a good night in the field. It's a pretty good play to even make it close over there.
Yeah, you bet. He's safe. Like I said, they took about 1 look. He's safe. The other good thing about that play too, Moore peeled off, let him make the play, as opposed to a couple of times last week. I think Pax got in Kyle's way on a play, and so did Miranda.
I think Andrew's a pretty good athlete on the mound, though.
"31 seconds under review." That may be the fast. That's got to be the fastest one this year, right?
You're probably right.
Good bunt. 5th hit for Kansas City. Ramon Torres. Oh, they had him picked off. He was taken off. Merrifield is 11 out of 12 on the season. Lucky Moore didn't see him.
Thought he had it timed.
There he goes. And double clutch by Zunino. Double clutch really cost him. If he gets rid of it on the first grab, he's got him by about a foot and a half. 12 out of 13 now for Merrifield in base stealing.
Take a look at Mike. He has quick feet, but it's on the exchange right there. That little bit of a bottle. That cost him. He would have been able to get him.
Merrifield scoring position, 2 outs for Torres, a 1-0 count. Switch inning second baseman. Torres tonight 0 for 3, fly to center, line to right, ground out to short. On 1 pitch. 2 strikes. Has not been picked. A double action out there now with Zipchinski, the left-hander, joining Tony Zick. 2 strikes to Torres. Two. Infield straight up. Outfield pretty much straight away. Not too deep for Torres. Spoiled that pitch.
He's throwing some pretty good curveballs in this at bat. Been able to foul him off. See the last one right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Looking for a put away here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he got him. DJ Rayburn to Torres committed. Inning over. Runner stranded. Home 8th coming up. Top of the order for the Mariners. Segura, Gamble, and Cano. Notice the Ace 30 patches on their uniforms as they remember their late teammate Yordano Ventura, a very talented right-hander. His life cut short January 22nd of this year. And his life cut short, car accident in his native Dominican Republic. And he put up a 38-31 ledger in his brief major league career. It's a terrible, tragic loss. He's going to be wearing that Ace 30 patch all season in his memory. A dribbler going back to Moylan. Underhand flip to get Segura. 1 pitch, 1 out. Get coming up tomorrow. Century League brings you What's Next. Danny Duffy, talented left-hander, goes against the King, Felix Hernandez, and then Jason Vargas leading the league in wins and ERA, goes against Ariel Miranda, the Mariners' top winner with 7 wins and coming off a fine performance and his last outing against the Angels. Ted Yost's going to make a pitching change. He's got Ben Gamble coming up, so he'll bring in a left-hander here, and we'll tell you all about it. It'll be Neftali Feliz, the veteran, just recently picked up. Be back right after this.
Sports Stats, 4th of July is family time. We've got more family photos to share with you. Remember to use the hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. Max and Kenzie enjoying their first Mariners game of the season. Nothing better than ice cream. I can't tell. That's just straight ice cream. That's not like Dippin' Dots. And then, of course, the fireworks later. Candace's little one has her game face on. I would not want to mess with that one right there. And Amanda checking in from Mount St. Helens. Remember to use that hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. You guys ever gotten down to Mount St. Helens? It's just incredible. You can't imagine the destruction and just how all these years later it's still just sort of right there for you to see.
Lord knows we've flown over it enough, that's for sure. And you're right, Angie. I remember when that happened, watching the video. It was really something. Here's Neftali Feliz in his 9th year. Recently cut by Milwaukee on June 19th and gobbled up by Kansas City on the 23rd.
Still has a good fastball, average fastball at 96 miles an hour.
And Gamble, 0-1 to left field. Gordon's got it. 2 down. Feliz, when he was with Texas, boy, it looked like Mariners would never hit him.
He was throwing 100.
Oh, not easy 100 too.
Hard slider.
See what Robbie Cano can do against him. Cano 3 for 7 with the home run against Feliz. It's popped up. Stock is taking a look. Got no play.
Pazzo's getting loose. Andrew Moore now at 101 pitches, so he will pitch the 9th inning. Pazzo's in for the 9th.
Feliz 3-2 career against the Mariners, a 1.99 ERA at 27 games. One. Stays away from Robin. Mariners got to Feliz twice in 2015 in 5 games. Had 9 hits, 7 earned runs off him. But prior to that, in about 20 games, he didn't give up a run against the Mariners. Remember that run from 2009?
Yes. You mentioned it. They weren't able to do anything with them. That was a pretty good changeup right there.
2009 through 2014. That's covering 3, 4, 14, 20, 21 games. They don't score against them.
A lot of strikeouts, too.
You bet. 13 in 1 year. 2-2 here, Robbie. Up the middle. The shortstop Escobar is there. Throws out Cano, and the Mariners go in order in the 8th. Trailing by the count of 3-1. He can be proud of his performance tonight, his second major league start, Mike.
He really threw the ball well. Again, working ahead of hitters. A lot of first pitch strikes for him. Pretty good curveball tonight. Elevated the fastball right there to get a strikeout. Big key for him again is not walking anybody. Played pretty good defense behind him. He works quickly, keeps the guys involved. Kyle Seager with a good night over at third.
And high strike where you got Torres. That was his last batter. He goes 8 innings. Our Beacon Plumbing call to the pen brings his left-hander James Pazos.
ERA right at 3. In 33 innings, he has 41 strikeouts. Good number for him. Only hitting just 200. Fastball mid to upper 90s and a slider. He will get the middle of the lineup of Kansas City. 3, 4, and 5.
Lorenzo Cain going to lead things off. Cain tonight sacrifice fly in the first. Nice play by Seager to throw him out in the third and strike out in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Pazos' last appearance was against the Phillies last week. A scoreless inning, couple strikeouts. And that was a nice bounce back for him because he'd had a tough outing against Houston. 3 hits, 4 runs all earned, and he walked 3. He's ahead here 0-2.
And a pretty good breaking ball.
Field pretty much straight up against Lorenzo Cain. Valencia just in fair territory. 1 out, top of the 9th. Bring up Eric Hosmer.
Hosmer 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the left field. I think in the first inning.
Hosmer, a .316 hitter against lefty pitching this year with 2 homers and 9 runs batted in. Cano backs out into the grass. Second baseman. First pitch. Good heater, first strike. Breaking ball, fouled away. Hosmer wanted that pitch back again.
That was a slider right in the middle of the plate. Yeah, pretty good swing. Saw it right away.
Here, 2 pitch. Up the middle, here comes Segura. Can't get it. Hosmer thought about going for 2 as Cano got to it quickly. Good base hit.
Hosmer runs well, and once he gets past Pazos on the mound, it's going to be a tough play for Segura. Ball kind of flattened out on him. Take a look at the snowmo right under his glove.
Tough one. 1 out, 1 on. All-star starting catcher for the American League, Salvador Perez, 0 for 3. Fly to left, pop to second, ground out to third. Ball 1 from James Pazos, making his first appearance in July. Good month of June for James in 10 games. In the month of June, 1-0. That's some nice work. Line drive, base hit. Gamble scoops it up, gets it back in. Kansas City. Compliment aboard. Here comes Mike Moustakas. Can hear the Moose cheers.
After Pazos misses with the first pitch, Perez, good low ball hitter, cheating on the fastball, barrels it up.
One out, 2 on. Stock is a home run, fly to right, ground out to Valencia. And it's a double play, depth in the infield. Here's the home run he hit on a 1-1 pitch leading off the second. Deep into the sun-drenched stands. First 2 home runs by Kansas City. Alex Gordon has the other. 23 home runs for the Moose. Five more games to the break. Moustakas 23 home runs, the most coming into the break. Franchise history.
Tony Zick getting loose again. It was up earlier in the game, back in the 7th inning.
1-1 from Pazos. He hung it. Just a little too quick.
He was trying to throw the breaking ball to the outside corner and left it inside.
One-two pitch. Fouled off 97. Keep the at bat alive.
You can see he missed his location again. Was able to get away with it. That was a fastball right in the middle of the plate. They wanted to go inside.
Here comes a 1-2. Did he go? He did go. It's his third base umpire, DJ Rayburn. Pazos picks up a strikeout, and it's a big one. His first.
Buries the breaking ball in the dirt. We'll get a better look, see how far he goes. And I think they ended up getting this one right. Nice job by Mike to keep the ball in front of him. Skips right off the plate.
Jorge Soler, 2 ground outs to Seager and a strikeout tonight. First pitch strike. Here's the 0-1. Just outside the box there, 1-1. Soler 0 for 3 tonight. The ball and 2 strikes. Pazos on in relief. Andrew Moore. Osmer at second, Perez at first with 2 outs and a 1-2 pitch here. Jorge Soler. All advanced by the runners, 2-2. Big out. Pazos trying to get here. Keep this a 3-1 ball game. 3 runs on 7 hits for Kansas City. Run on 4 hits for the Mariners. Big pitch here, 2-2. Hey, struck him out. Nice job by Pazos. His second strikeout. Here we go. Last ups for the Mariners in the ninth. Be Mitch Haniger, Kyle Seager, and Danny Valencia, who's enjoying a 3 for 3 night.
Inside the clubhouse and hear from the players after this one. The skipper Scott Service as well, and of course we will also have the fireworks show for you live right here on Root Sports. But of course first we would like to see a few fireworks off of the Mariners bats. All this coming up on Mariners Post Game presented by Alaska Airlines. Good thing they got their rally caps on, guys.
Right you are, Angie. Hopefully the magic will work here against Joaquin Soria. experienced closer. Out of Monclova, Mexico, 33 years old. Here's Mitch Haniger to lead it off. Pitch up high, ball one.
Soria's average fastball 93 miles an hour. He's going to use a split most of the time to put guys away. 3.44 ERA for him. 46 strikeouts in 34 innings. Has yet to give up a home run this year.
1-0 to Mitch. Short center field. Easy play, Kane. 1 out. Soria, 29 games against the Mariners. An 0-1 record and ERA against the Mariners of 0.89er dating back to 2007.
Kyle looking for his first hit.
Second time Soria's been with Kansas City. He was with them from 07 to 2011, then went to Texas, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and came back to KC last year. Andrew Moore started for the Mariners. He joins Eric Hansen and Enrique Romo. Mariner rookies, they go 7 innings or more in the first 2 big league starts. 2-0 here to Kyle Seager. Seager 2 for 7 against Joaquin Soria. 2-0 pitch. Off the fist, short right field to second baseman Torres. Throws out Seager for out number 2.
Torres with a pretty good arm. Playing deep out towards right field. Put a lot on that throw. Danny Valencia looking for his 4th hit of the night.
6th time this season. Danny's had 3 or more hits. A couple 4-hit nights. Last hope here for the Mariners. One-time Kansas City Royal back in 2014, Danny Valencia. Danny trying to keep this alive here for the Mariners. Pitch from Soria, fouled off, 1-1. Running the 1st, 2nd, and 5th for Kansas City. Mariners got their run on a wild pitch in the 2nd. Wild pitch thrown by starter Ian Kennedy. One here to Danny Valencia. Infield straight up, outfield pretty much the same. Hit to right field, long run by Merrifield, and it's a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes.
Merrifield covering a lot of ground. He knew the wall was getting to him quickly. That ball actually hit the wall.
So Valencia trying to keep this game alive for the Mariners with 2 outs and a count of 1 and 2. He's had a fine night, 3 for 3. Valencia 0 for 6 against Soria. Pitch 2-2.
Able to lay off the split down out of the strike zone. Dyson waiting on deck.
Two pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Kansas City wins it by the final of 3-1. Kansas City now 42 and 40. The Mariners dropped to 41 and 43. The winner, Ian Kennedy. And some words. Why would there be words here? I used to play with most of these guys on this ball club. We'll take a break, and when we come back, the Alaska Airlines post-game show comes up next with Brett Adam and Dave Valley.